Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum in the lobby of the Mountain View Inn questioning Abner. Listen.
Well, now, Lum, what makes you think that I had anything to do with it?
I know good and well you did.
Oh.
Mrs. Smith said you called her up on the phone and told her that there was a package for her and her little girl, and the both of them would have to come down and sign for it.
Oh.
But she said after they got down here, you just stalled them around for a while, and then Powell told him it must have been a mistake.
I did, huh? Well, can a fella make a mistake once in a while? You know how I get things mixed up, Lum.
Yeah, but this...
I'm just terrible that way. Sometimes it just seems like I ain't got a brain in my head.
Well, now, I agree with that. But then Miss Smith said when they got back to the room that somebody had been in there and taken a certain hand satchel.
They did?
Oh,
hand satchel. Well.
Don't act so ignorant now. You know good and well who taken it. It was that Mr. Wilson. And you just told Miss Smith that about the package to get her and the midget out of the room so Wilson could search it. Ain't that right?
Well, don't ask me. You're the one that appears to know all about this.
And you knowed what was in that satchel, too. A batch of stole jewels.
Well, now, don't look at me that way, Lum. I never stole them.
No, but you same as helped Mr. Wilson steal.
I never done no such a thing. I don't.
You did done it. Come on now, fess up, Abner.
Well,
let's get this thing straightened out.
Now, just a minute now, Lum. You can't say that Mr. Wilson stealed them. He's a detective. And if he takes some jewels away from a gang of jewel thieves, well, that surely ain't stealing.
Oh, so you admit to it. You just now admitted you and him done it.
Well, I never done no such a thing.
You did, too. I heard you. You said
yeah,
that...
I know what I said. I know. But, Lum, don't pay no attention to me. I've just got to where I tell awful stories here lately. Just exaggerate everything. You can't put no dependence in a word I say.
Now, listen here, Abner.
It's just like I was telling you, Lum. I just get everything all mixed up. Well, I believe I'm the most ignorant feller I ever seen in my life.
I'll say you are.
Yeah.
You proved that by getting mixed up in this deal in the first place. Now, come on, tell me where them jewels is at.
What jewels?
Abner, you ain't fooling me none. Where have you and Mr. Wilson got 'em hid?
Well, why don't you ask Mr. Wilson about that? According to you, he was the one that taken them.
Now, listen, Abner, I'm just trying to help you. Doing this for your own good.
Well,
you don't know that you might be in trouble. Serious trouble.
Me? I ain't no trouble.
Oh, yes, you are. Them jewel thieves knows that either you or Mr. Wilson has got them jewels. And they ain't just going to sit back and let you get away with it.
No. Oh, that's right, ain't it? I mean, what's that to me? Ha, ha, ha.
All right, come on now, Abner. Tell me where they're at.
Lum, you're just wasting your time. You better just go back to your little jewel-robbing friends and tell them that they're barking up the wrong track.
Abner, I tell you, I'm just doing this for your own good.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Them fellers is desperate, Abner. Here, they've been in Pine Ridge for a month waiting for them jewels to get here. You don't think they're just going to sit there and let you take them without doing something. Them jewels is worth over $100,000.
How do you know so much about this anyway?
Just never mind about that. You're in danger, and you better wake up to the fact before it's too late.
Lum, if you think you can scare me into telling you where we got them jewels so that you can tell Trixie and the professor, you have got another thing coming.
Wait a minute. What did you say? Where we got them jewels? So you have got them. All right, come on. Tell me where they're at.
No, sir, no, I ain't going to do it now, Lum. We've got a right to have them jewels. We're the law. I'm a deputy marshal, and he's a detective.
Abner, I'm going to tell you something I ain't supposed to mention to nobody. And then maybe you'll understand why I'm trying to get you to turn them jewels over to me.
What's that? Is it a secret?
Yeah, but you got to promise first you won't breathe it to a soul. Not a living soul.
No, I won't say nothing. Cross my heart. Won't say a word.
Well, now, to begin with, I know you must have thought I was awful low down to keep Wilson locked up over in my house all that time.
Well, to be right honest, Lum, I was surprised at you pulling such a stunt.
Well, I had good reasons for doing that.
Yeah, I know. You was bribed into it by them crooks.
No, now there's where you're wrong. That feller's name ain't Wilson at all. It's Gentleman Jim Collier.
You mean he's been using another name to keep this bunch here from knowing he's a detective?
Don't you know who Gentleman Jim Collier is?
Let's see, Collier. Yeah, sure, you just told me. I know that name was familiar. It's Mr. Wilson.
Gentleman Jim Collier is one of the biggest crooks in this country.
Huh? Him a crook?
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, but Lum, he told me himself he's a detective.
Sure he did, and you believed him. He had you thinking you was helping an officer for the law. You was working right along with one of the biggest robbers in the business.
Honest, Lum. Well, I do know. I never would have thought that he was mixed up with that gang, not Mr. Wilson.
He ain't.
Huh?
He's playing a lone hand.
Lone hand?
He found out this gang was planning a big jewel robbery, so he followed them down here to rob the robbers.
Why, that ornery, low-down snake in me weed.
And with your help, he done it. Now tell me, whereabouts is the jewels at?
Oh, well, they're right over there in the safe, Lum.
In the safe?
Yeah,
well,
right over
thank
there.
goodness for that. I was afraid he had.
No.
Well, we better get him out of there before he comes back after him.
Well, ain't they safer locked up in a safe there?
Listen, Abner, with both him and that gang after them jewels, and they come down here and find you've got them locked up in the safe, your life won't be worth a nickel.
Oh, I dog it, that's right, ain't it? Yeah, sure, you're right, Lum. Let's get him out of here. I'll tell you what, you take him, Lum. I don't want him.
I'll take him, but open up the safe.
Yeah, sure. Let me get that thing open up quick. Let's see now. Turn it to the right twice to 8. That blame that Wilson anyway. I thought he acted like no detective. Yeah, 8 back around here, 1 to 13.
Are you sure you just turn it once?
Yeah.
How do you recollect all that?
I've got it wrote down right up here. See, on the door. I'm looking up here.
Well, for pity's sake.
Wilson had too much white in his eye to be a detective. Or not enough, I forget which.
Combination right there in front of him.
Don't interrupt me, Lum. Now I'm mixed up again. Got to start it over. Turn it to the right twice to 8. That's what it says there. Yeah. And, back to
What's the use to lock it if you're going to put the combination up there?
I put it little bitty. Can't hardly read it myself without my specs. I ain't leaving my specs here, so they can't see it. And, right around here to 6. Back over there to 2. Yeah, that's got it right there. Yeah, there she is.
Hurry up. Get him out of there.
I'm hurrying. That dog is, wait a minute. They ain't here, Lum.
Huh?
They're gone.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're gone.
Well, whereabouts did you have them?
Right there on that shelf right next to my lawn chair.
Wait a minute. Did Wilson know the combination of this safe?
No, sir, me and you is the only ones that knows it. Just a minute, Lum Edwards.
All right, Abner.
You're a crook, that's
We
what
ain't
you
got
are.
time to argue now. Where was Wilson when you opened the safe to put the jewels in here?
He was standing right there next to me, right where you were. He held a flashlight. See, we done it after dark.
That's all I want to know. Come on, Abner. You got your gun with you?
Yeah, sure. Where are we going?
Grab that pass key there.
Where are we going,
We're
Lum?
going upstairs to Wilson's room.
Wilson's room? Oh,
Yes.
no, not me.
Yes,
no,
we
sir.
are too.
No.
Abner, come on
No,
now.
I tell you what, you go up
I've
there.
got to
Lum.
have you. You're a constable.
Don't you go up there. I'll wait down here. If he runs through the lobby here, I'll tackle him.
No,
That's
you
what I'll
won't do no such a
Well,
thing.
I'll
You're
wait
going-
out and back then.
No, you won't either. We're going right up there together. I need your help. Come on.
Listen, Lum, that Wilson's a desperate feller.
I know he is. That's the reason we need both your help.
Lum, I ain't going up to his room, and that is final.
Not so loud with that key.
I'm being as quiet as I can. That's my knees rattling.
All right, now, when I kick open the door, you cover him with your gun.
Yeah, I'll get him. I'll blast a hole through him.
Recollect we're dealing with a dangerous man.
Yeah, I know.
All right, you ready?
Reach for the ceiling. You're under arrest. Throw him up there, Dad. Blame you. I'll blast you clean back to Chicago. I'll pulverize you.
Abner,
Come on out
wait
there,
a
you
minute.
double-crossing robber.
Hey.
Stick him up there.
Hush up and open your eyes.
Huh?
The room's empty.
Empty.
The bed weren't even slept in last night. Look at there. All right, Grannies, we're too late. He's made his getaway.
let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Cedric standing in the lobby of the hotel. Listen.
Hey, Mr. Abner, Mr. Lum, is anybody here? Hello, hello, hello.
Cedric. In here, Cedric, in here.
Oh.
I'm in the office here. I'm in here.
Oh, is that you, Mr. Abner?
Yeah, hurry up and get in here. Don't let nobody see you. Come on, get in there.
Open the door wider. I can't get in that little crack there.
Not so loud. That's it. Come on, get in here.
Are you playing a game with somebody or some kind? Oh, what's going on in here anyhow? You hiding from somebody, Mr. Abner?
I'll say I am, Cedric.
Oh, this is fun.
I'm hiding from the most dangerous bunch of cutthroats that ever drawed breath, Cedric.
Oh, it ain't so fun.
I'm glad you're here. You can help me fight them off. You ain't got a gun on you, have you, Cedric?
A gun? No more.
Oh, this is terrible. And to think my best friend turned against me the way he did.
What are you talking about anyway, Mr. Abner?
Oh, it's just too terrible to explain to you, Cedric. Climb up on that chair there, Cedric, and look through the transoms and see if you can see anybody coming.
Yes, Mom.
Wish I had one of them atomic bombs to throw at them. That's what I wish. Can you see any of them?
No, Mom, I don't think so.
Well, won't be long, though.
Well, who is it I don't see? Who am I supposed to be looking for? I might have saw him and not noticed.
Is there somebody out there?
No, Mom, but if I knowed who I was looking for, it'd be a heap easier to tell if they ain't here.
It's that gang of jewel thieves.
Oh. Is that who you're hiding from?
Of course it is.
Oh.
Tell you, Cedric, my life's in danger. I might not have long to live.
What's the matter? Don't you feel good?
Well, to be honest, no. How would you feel if you knowed any minute a batch of desperate criminals is going to break in here and tear you limb from tree?
Oh, sakes. That's a shame. And when you ain't feeling good, too. What are they going to do that for?
'Cause I stole them jewels from them.
You did?
Why, of course, no, I mean, that's what they think, Cedric. And they got me to thinking it, too, Dad, blame them.
Well, I thought Mr. Wilson taken them.
Well, he did, but I sort of helped him, I reckon.
Oh.
I got Miss Smith and the midget out of their room so that Wilson could go in there and rob them. Of course, I thought all the time he was a detective. Thought I was working with the law. That low-down robber.
Well, you don't need to worry about that no more, do you? He's made his getaway, ain't he?
Well, I thought so yesterday, Cedric, but I ain't so sure now.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. All I know is that there's something awful peculiar going on around this place. Just looks like everybody is out to get me.
What makes you think them jewel thieves thinks that you're the one that taken the jewels?
'Cause that Lum Abner told them.
He did?
Well, sorter. Or leastways he made sure that they knowed I was mixed up in it.
Well, what in the world did he do that for? I thought him and you was good friends.
No, not no more, I reckon, Cedric. Something has happened to that man, Cedric.
Something's happened to Mr. Lum?
Yeah, all he can think about is money. Money and Trixie Van Dusen, it looks like.
I like to think about money, too.
Well, that
Money's Clarabelle.
He sold out to him, though. That's what he done. Now he sold me out, too.
Sold you out?
Yeah.
How much did he get for you?
Cedric, I mean, he's giving me away to that bunch of crooks.
Oh, just give you away, huh?
Well, no, he got money for it, Cedric.
How much did he get? That's what I'm trying
Cedric,
to...
I don't know. I don't care what he got. He just wants to get shut of me. Get everything for himself, that's it. I never thought Lum would turn out like this.
No, Mom, I always thought he was pretty nice.
Yeah, well, that just goes to show what can happen to a fella. Just be careful that you don't never get like him, Cedric. If you ever see a pretty woman...
Yes, Mom.
Don't never look at her.
Oh.
Let that be a warning to you.
Couldn't I just take one little bitty peek at her?
No, sir.
Just have to stick to Clarabelle, huh?
Yeah. Better look out the transom again, Cedric. I don't want them to sneak up on me.
Yes, Mom.
Of course, I don't reckon it matters much whether they sneak up on me or not. They're bound to get me. I know that. There's too many of them for me, Cedric.
I can't see nobody.
Yeah, don't holler. Yeah. Oh, but I almost wish they'd come on and get it over with. Tell you, Cedric, this waiting is just terrible.
Well, how do you know Mr. Lum told him you was mixed up in this jewel junk?
Well, he never come right out flat-footed and told him, Cedric. His consciousness wouldn't let him do that, I don't reckon. But here's what he did do. Now, I know this is the truth, 'cause I heard him do it myself.
I believe you.
I was hiding here in the office, and he never knowed it.
You're always hiding someplace.
Well, Cedric, you'd be hiding too, I'll tell you, if that bunch is after you. So that Lum, he got out there on the hotel phone at the desk, just right outside the door there.
I know where it's at.
And he called a room where them Chicago fellas are staying. But here's what he done. He acted like he thought he was calling Mr. Wilson.
Well, I thought Mr. Wilson was gone.
Well, maybe he is and maybe he ain't. I just don't know what to think about nothing no more. But anyway, here's what Lum said. He said, "Hello? This is Abner."
Abner?
Yeah.
That's a joke on him. Don't he even know who he is no more?
Oh, he knowed all right. He was doing that on a purpose, said he.
Playing a joke, huh?
Well, there ain't no joke to it. He said, "Hello? This is Abner."
Said it again, huh?
"Yes, sir. I think you better take the jewels out of your hiding place." He said, "Wait a minute. Believe I got the wrong number. Thought I was calling Mr. Wilson." And he hung up the phone.
Oh, just made a mistake, huh?
I told you he done that on a purpose.
Oh, that's right.
I know, 'cause after he hung up, he sort of laughed to himself and said, "There, that ought to do it." Then he taken the gun out of the desk drawer and went upstairs.
Well, when'd you stop him and catch him right there?
I just told you he taken the gun out of there. I ain't gonna monkey around with the criminals of that Lum's type when he's got firearms on him.
I still don't see what he said all that junk for.
Don't you see, Cedric, he just wanted to let the gang know for sure that I was in with Wilson and help him steal the jewels so they'd come and get me. See, he's in with them crooks. More likely, he figures that I know too much, so he wants to rub me out.
Yes, Mom wants to do what?
Get rid of me, get me killed. Rub out, that's what them criminals call it for some reason.
Sounds awful.
This is the terriblest thing that ever happened to me in my whole life,
Better
Cedric.
go rub out some rabbits tomorrow.
Just goes to show you, Cedric, you can't put no dependence in nobody. Not even your best friend.
Well, Mr. Lum's name ain't Abner, is it? It's Lum.
Cedric, I ain't got time to explain that to you again now.
His middle name ain't Abner neither, is it?
Cedric, just forget about that. Look out the transom again there.
But Mr. Lum's taller than you. He ought to be able to tell the difference twixt you. I can nearly every time.
Do you see anybody, Cedric?
No, Mom.
Well, keep watching. Let me know quick if you see somebody. I've got to finish writing up my will here.
Your will?
Why, sure. The man ain't got long to live, Cedric. He always makes out a will, you know.
You mean telling who you're giving different stuff to and all like that?
Yeah.
Let's see what you got put down there.
Yeah, let's see, how far did I get with this thing now? Oh. I hereby, being of sound mind and sane body, do unqueath and stow...
Mr. Abner. Oh, nothing.
Well, what is it, Cedric?
Well, I was just wondering, them yeller spats of yours with the pearl buttons on them, they wouldn't fit me, I don't reckon, would they?
No, them would be too small for you, Cedric.
Well, I think I might get them half sold and have some new shoes.
Let's see here now. Do unqueath
Could set the buttons over on them, I reckon, couldn't I?
Cedric, I wish you'd stop interrupting me. I'm trying my best to get this road here.
Yes, ma'am.
Uncreath and stove.
Hey, Mr. Abner, here they come. There they come, following one another down the stairs.
Oh, my goodness, never even got my wheel finished. Which one of them's coming after me, Cedric?
Well, looks like every doggone one of them, even the midgets there.
Oh, my. Looks like this is the end, Cedric. No use trying to put up a fight, looks like. Here, Cedric, take my hand.
Oh, how do you do? I mean, what are we shaking hands for?
I'm telling you goodbye, Cedric.
Well, which one of us is leaving, me or you?
Tell Elizabeth I was brave to the last.
Oh, that's well. Well, how about the spat?
Look out there again, Cedric. Are they closing in on me?
I'll be doggone. There's Mr. Wilson, and there's Mr. Lum with them.
That don't surprise me a bit.
He's the last in there, and he's got a gun in his hand.
Oh, looks like he's going to do the killing himself. Well, I might as well get out there and surrender, I reckon. Maybe Lum won't have the nerve to start shooting.
Oh, don't go out there, Mr.
Stand
Abner.
aside, Cedric. It's the only thing for me to do.
Please,
Get away. All right. Here I am. Put down the gun, Lum. I surrender. Help, police.
For goodness sakes, don't bother me. Can't you see I'm busy here? I'm carting this little band of crooks off to jail. I'll see you as quick as I get them all locked up.
Well, wait a minute, Lum. You mean you captured all them by yourself?
Well, what does it look like? All right, come on, you varmints. Get going there. I ain't got time to monkey around with you. Get going there. Get going.
going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner back at the Jotham Down store talking to Grandpappy Spears. Listen.
And you thought Lum was just trying to get shut of you, huh? Kill you off.
Well, that's what it looked like to me, Grandpap. See, when I overheard him make that phone call letting them jewel thieves know that I was mixed up with Wilson, well, then I was sure of it.
But all the time he just setting a trap for him, huh?
Yeah, that's
Like
what
good
it was.
for old Lum.
See, he wanted them to know that Wilson was still there with the jewels and that he was planning to make a getaway. And they fell for it, too. 'Cause they got hold of Wilson, taking the jewels, and right then is when Lum and his helpers jumped out and arrested him. Got him red-handed, got him with the goods right on him.
Well, sir, I never thought Lum was brainy like that.
Well, me neither, but he done it.
You know, he's mighty not as smart as he thinks he is.
Well, just about. Yes.
Well, who was these helpers of his?
Why, Professor Colin Moore and Trixie Van Dusen.
Well, I thought they was part of that gang of crooks.
Well, I thought so, too.
That's what you told me one day here a while back.
Yeah, I know, but I was wrong. Turned out they was working for the Giverman, the IBF men or something like that. Sure surprised me. That's why Lum was in with them all the time, you know, but he couldn't tell nobody what he's up to as a secret.
Well, how did this Wilson fella show up again? Thought you said that when he got the jewels away from them other crooks, he beat it, left town.
Well, he did try to get away, but Lum captured him, and then used him for a trap to catch the other.
You mean old Lum done all that by himself?
Well, I guess Professor Colin Moore done some of it, but according to Lum, it was all his idea.
Yes, sir, that Lum sure turned out to be a big hero. I'll say that for him.
Yeah.
Where's he at now? Up at the hotel?
Oh, no. He's out bragging on himself somewhere.
Well, who's running the hotel?
Well, nobody right now. We figured we might as well close it up for a day or two. All the guests we had was either crooks or policemen. They're all gone now.
Yeah. You say old Lum's out bragging.
Oh, natural. Won't be no living with him for a week. He's got the swell head so bad he'll have to buy himself a hat twice as big now.
Oh, yeah, there's a pigeon-toed one show off in this town.
Well, of course, he's got a right to show off for what he's done, Grandpap. Only trouble is that he goes around exaggerating it so much. Tells everybody a different story about it.
Well, I've heard different stories about it myself. Some says he captured them all with his bare hands, and others says he rode through the hotel on a horse and lassoed them, and I don't know what else. How'd he actually do it?
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know myself. He ain't lit long enough in one place for me to find out nothing. I don't know how many times I've asked him, but wait a minute, who's that coming up now? Oh, Cedric. Never knowed him for a minute there.
Boy, am I tired.
Why, what have you been doing, Cedric?
Oh, I've been helping Mr. Lum, but I quit.
Helping him do what?
Oh, helping him tell this story about how he captured them jewel robbers.
No, me, he don't need nobody to help him. What he needs is somebody to stop him.
Well, he used me for his yes-momer.
His what?
His yes-momer. I had to stand there by him while he's telling it, and every once in a while he'd turn around and say, "Ain't that so?" And I had to say, "Yes, Mom."
For the land sake.
I get a nickel for every time I say it.
Well,
I've got them all marked down here. I had Gomer help me count them up, and I've said, "Yes, Mom," 286 times.
No, me alive.
And you say you quit a job like that, Cedric, making all that money?
Well, it got some monotony. I tried to change it up a couple of times, and I said, "No, Mom," instead. For some reason or other, Mr. Lum never liked that. Now, I'd have quit sooner, but it was so interesting to hear how it come out. Every time he told it, it come out different.
Well, I don't doubt that a bit.
Oh, there comes Mr. Lum now. I better slip out the back way. He's more likely mad at me for quitting him.
Well, wait a minute. Don't rash off.
I've got to, Mr. Abner. I'm sick and tired of being a yes-mommer. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, well, so long, Cedric.
Just look out there, Abner. Look at that old Lum strut.
Oh, yeah.
Sticking his knock-kneed feet up off the ground like he's a spavined-legged drum major. Look at him.
Got that head reared back so far there, he's going to stumble over something directly and break his neck short of the world.
What's he got that handkerchief tied around his head there for?
I don't know. Maybe he's been hurt.
I don't doubt it. Him going around telling all that junk, somebody's bound to take a swing at him.
Oh, it looks like his clothes is all wet, too. Wonder what's happened to him. Yeah, whatever it is, don't look like it's bothering him much. Look at him smile at his reflection there in the window.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, what's the matter with your head, Lum? Are you hurt?
Oh, it ain't nothing, just a scratch. You can't kill Edwards. I've always said that.
Well, how'd it happen?
Why, that's where I got shot when I captured them jewels. Let's see. You seen me yesterday, didn't you?
Why, sure. You never had no holes in your head then.
Yeah, that's right, ain't it?
Is that what you've been going around telling folks?
Well, I believe it did come up in the conversation once or twice. I don't recollect now just what was said on the subject.
Lum, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
How'd you get your clothes all wet that way, Lum? Well, to be right honest with you, Grandpap, I got that down to the blacksmith shop a while ago.
They never made a mistake and tried to shoe you, did they?
No, I was going to demonstrate some wrestling holds that I used on them crooks, so I got Caleb's arm, started to show him how I done it, and he must have thought I was starting a fight or a scuffle or something, for he hauled off and throwed me clean over the anvil into the cooling trough. Might not have broke my neck.
Well, it serves you right for going around telling all that junk, Lum.
Well, Abner, I can't help it if crowds gather around me and drag the story out of me.
Drag?
Tell you, it's hard on a feller to be a hero. Folks just won't let you alone. Next thing they want to do is put up a statue of me.
Put up a statue of you?
Yeah, leastways I sort of well, it seems like somebody said something about that.
Yeah, I know who it was, too.
But I hope they don't. Somehow or other, it just embarrassed me.
Oh, sure. Have you started taking up a collection for it yet?
Abner, how can you say such a thing? You know good and well I wouldn't do nothing like that. Besides, it'd cost too much money. See, you have to get a statue big enough so they could carve the whole story of the capture on it.
Yeah, well, just what is the story?
Yeah, tell us, Mom. I've heard so many stories about it, I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, tell us what actual happened, not that other junk.
Well, let's see. What have I told you so far?
Nothing. You ain't simmered down long enough to tell me anything yet.
And you never seen none of the capture yourself, because you was hiding in the office downstairs.
Yeah, that's right.
I just want to get everything straight.
Oh.
All right, then. After I had cleverly laid that trap for the crooks, they'd come after Wilson and got the jewels away from him. I leaped through the window and
That window up there on the second floor? Doggy, that was some leaping.
Well, I think I had a ladder.
Oh.
Must have.
Thought you stood flat-footed.
I grabbed hold of the chandelier and swung across the room and landed right in front of them. Scared the living daylights out of them.
There ain't no chandeliers in them rooms, Lum.
That's right, Annie.
Why, no.
Well, I scared them, I know that. And then the fight started. They all come at me at once. I throwed the biggest one over my shoulder and got a full Nelson on the next two and a half Nelson on that little midget. Then I got a hammer headlock on another.
Why did you use that gun you had? When I seen you go upstairs, you had a gun in your hand.
Oh, I lost that in the closet.
What closet?
Oh, did I say closet?
Yeah.
Well, just forget it. And then 6 of them jumped on my back, but I swang around, and before they knowed what had happened...
Wait a minute now. What was you doing in the closet? That's what I want to know.
Abner, it ain't polite to interrupt a feller when he's telling something.
Did you go in there to hide?
No, I never went in there to hide. The reason I run in there was, I must have figured the crooks would all follow me in there, and that'd save Trixie.
Where was Trixie?
Why, she was standing right out there holding a gun on him.
She held him up all by herself?
No, of course not. Professor Collinmore done most of it, but she helped him. Or that is, I don't know, Abner. It all happened so fast it's hard to recollect just how it was. I know they did help me some, though. I got to give them credit for that.
Yeah, well, now let me get this straight. What you done was run in the closet and hide, and then you lost your gun.
Abner, that ain't the way it was at all.
Well, you said...
Hush up and let me answer the telephone. Granny, the way you twist things around. Mountain View, jot 'em down story. Elevator's talking.
In a closet, 1 minute.
Oh, yes, Doc.
On a chandelier tonight?
No, we thought we'd just leave the hotel closed for a few days, as long as there ain't no guests up there right now.
Might have jumped through the window and into the closet.
How's that? My record? Why, sure, I'd be proud to. Yes, sir. You bet your life I will. Right away. Yeah, much obliged for calling, Doc. Goodbye. All right, Granny's Abner, they're going to do it.
Who's going to do what?
Put up a statue of me.
Did they tell you that?
Well, no, naturally wouldn't come right out flat-footed and tell me, but I know that's what they're up to. That was Doc Miller, and he said they're getting together for a meeting on Monday, and they want to get a complete record of what I done up there at the hotel.
Oh, well, I do know.
Aye, Granny's Abner, it won't be long before everybody in town will be standing at the foot of Main Street gazing at the marble head of L. Leonard's hero.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner and Grandpappy Spears in the Jotham Down store discussing the statue. Listen.
A statue of Lum? Oh, for pity's sake. Are they actually going to put up a pigeon-toed statue of that spaven-legged varmint?
Well, that's the way Lum's got it figured out, Grandpap. To be honest, I think he was the one that started the idea himself.
Sounds like him.
Yeah.
What in the world do they want to put up a statue of him for?
On account of him catching them jewel robbers.
Oh, sassafras. Sassafras.
Well, that's sort of the way I feel about it, too, just twixt me and you. But I reckon if they want to do it, it's their business.
Who is this they you're talking about?
Well, Lum thought it was a committee of Pine Ridge citizens that admired him, but I found out this morning that they was the stockholders of the hotel, Doc Miller and all of them.
Stockholders?
Yeah. I reckon they're doing it 'cause Lum was manager of the hotel and all at the time.
Well, the whole thing sounds idiotic to me. Judging from the story we dragged out of Lum the other day, he never had hardly nothing to do with that capture.
I know it.
Professor Collinmore done it all. Him and that Trixie Van Dusen. All Lum done was hide in the closet, near as I can figure out.
Well, Lum did help him a little bit, I reckon, Grandpap. And then, of course, he's got everybody in town thinking he's a big hero, you know. Fact says he's got himself believing it by now.
Abner, are you sure they're going to put up a statue of him?
Well, Lum says so.
Well, what makes him think so?
Well, they called up the other day here and said they wanted to get Lum's record of what he'd done at the hotel. And then they're having a meeting this morning and asked Lum not to come to it 'cause they wanted to discuss something about him.
They did, huh?
So I don't know what else it could be.
Yeah, all I got to say is if they're going to put up a statue of Lum, I wish they'd set it up over at my place.
Over at your place?
If that wouldn't keep the crows out of my cornfield, I don't know what would.
Oh. Yeah, well, you better not tell that to Lum, Grandpap. He's taking this thing awful serious.
Yeah, no use wasting it down on Main Street there.
Well, that's where Lum thinks it is. Oh, wait a minute. There he comes.
Who?
Lum, coming up out there. Look how he's got his hand stuck in his coat there.
Yeah. What's he doing, scratching himself?
No, he seen a picture of Napoleon that away, and he's trying out different poses for the statue they're going to make of him.
What's that book he's carrying there?
Book?
Trying to look literary?
Oh, no telling what that is. No telling at all.
Yeah, howdy, Lum.
Howdy, Lum. Been reading a book?
Oh, just glancing through its order. How are you, Grandpap? Oh, can't complain much. Abner, did you deliver that stuff to them fellers at the meeting? That record I wrote up?
Yeah, I've taken it over. I told them.
Good for you.
But they said that weren't exactly the kind of a record they was wanting.
They did, huh?
I tried to tell you, Lum, they never wanted all that junk that you wrote down. They can't carve your whole life story on that statue. All that stuff about walking barefoot through the snow.
Well, I figured they could just take whatever they wanted to out of it. Figured I'd better give them the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, they said that they'd get the information they wanted for themselves.
Yeah, I suppose that'll be all right. I'd heap rather they've got it from me, though. Somehow it sounds better the way I put it down.
Yeah, well, they said they'd look around the hotel there and find out what all they wanted to know, not to worry about it.
Oh, just more than likely wanted to concentrate on the part about me capturing the crooks.
More than likely, yeah. Lum, did you know that that's a meeting of the hotel stockholders? Not just some citizens here in town like you thought it was.
Yeah, I found that out. And I think what they're aiming on doing is putting a statue right in front of the hotel there.
There?
Must be. They more than likely figure that'll be a big drawing card. Get folks from all over the country to come there and look at it. And natural, they'd stay at the hotel.
Even after they looked at the statue?
I had a suggestion of putting it over in my cornfield.
Grandpap, hush up.
They might even rope off the room where I done the capturing.
Rope it off?
Charge folks admission to see it. Put up a big sign. Exact spot where L. Eddard's made daring capture of desperate criminals.
Yeah. Or they could rope off that closet and say exact spot where L. Eddard's hid.
All right, Abner. I told you once, now you had that all wrong. Now just forget it.
Oh, all right. Well, tell us some more about what they're going to do.
I ain't going to tell you smart Alex nothing.
Oh, come on. We ain't going to
I got
start.
some studying I got to do in this book anyway.
Yeah, what book is that you got there?
Oh, just a history book.
History's book.
Yeah.
What are you getting so interested in history for all of a sudden?
Oh, I was just getting some ideas out of it. They got some good samples of statuaries in it.
Oh, I see.
Doc Miller said they'd more likely want to get in touch with me right after the meeting, and I think the reason is to ask me what kind of a statue I want, so I figure I'd better hurry up and decide on something.
Oh. Are you going to have one like Napoleon's?
No, I ain't decided yet. I ain't sure just who I ought to pattern myself after.
Well.
Yeah, let's see. They got a nice statue in the park over there, Cherry Hill. I believe it is. I think somebody made a mistake on it, though. The top half looks like a man, and the bottom half looks like a horse.
Bottom half like a horse?
Yeah, he's got horse's legs, hoofs.
Huh. Well, maybe they started out making a man sitting on a horse and just never had enough money to finish it.
Well, I don't know what it is. Make a good racehorse. Couldn't lose a jockey that way.
No.
They got it sitting over there, though. That's all I know.
Well, I don't believe that'd be good for Lum. His legs are too skinny for that. Might make it half goat and it'd fit his legs all right.
That's a centaur. There's a picture of one of them in here.
A what?
A centaur.
Senator? Dogies, is that who I voted for? No wonder you run such a good race. Got 4 legs, Dogies. Yeah.
That ain't got anything to do with it.
Well, here, let us look in that book too, Lum. Give us an idea what choices they got in there. Me and Grandpap will help you pick out something.
Yeah, I'll be glad to
Yeah,
give you
let's
my
help him,
advice.
Grandpap, sure.
Well, here's one that's pretty good. I don't believe it's one I'm looking for, though.
Yeah, let's see it. Oh. What's that feller doing anyway? Fixing to throw that plate, Summers?
That's a discus.
I don't care who he is, Lum. He oughtn't to go throwing plates around that way. Them things cost money. Is he mad at his woman or something?
Oh, no, that ain't a plate he's throwing. They call them things discuses. They throw them in college.
Who that?
Well, they don't throw them at nobody. They just practice up and see who can throw them the furthest.
So that's what they do in college, huh? My dog is according to that, Elizabeth's a college graduate. She can throw a plate further than any one human I ever seen. She'll hit you with it, too. She won't miss.
There's a picture of a feller sitting on a horse.
Where? Let's see it.
Looks a little like Lloyd Wheelock.
Let me see it.
Hey, why don't you get something like that, Lum? Well, I did have that in mind, but it never seemed to work out very good.
You think the horse or the feller looks like Lloyd?
The feller.
Oh, well, what'd you say, Lum? It never worked out good.
Well, I thought I might use that wooden horse that Dick Huddleston used to use over at his store to display harness on. Figured they could take a picture of me sitting on that and then make the statue from the picture.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Oh, I don't know. I wanted a horse rearing up, sorter. This one would just stand there as docile as an old cow.
Yeah, he just stands there. Couldn't you sort of set him back on his hind legs, and make him look like he's rearing up?
No, me and Cedric tried that. But the horse just looked like he's sitting down then.
Oh.
Had his front legs sticking straight out in front, and I kept sliding off the other end. How about give up the horse idea?
Well, Lord, maybe we could tie you on there and then break his front legs to keep him from sticking straight out that way.
No, there's a statue over here on this next page I sort of got my eye on.
Next page.
Yeah,
then.
see here?
Oh, that in there?
Yeah, he's called the Thinker.
The what?
The Thinker. Reminds me of myself a lot when I'm turning some big problem over in my head.
Yourself? Well, me, you must get cold, don't you?
Oh, well, I have clothes on.
Oh.
I don't know why they always forget to put clothes on them statuaries.
Well, they might have made it in the summer during a hot spell. Or maybe just lost his clothes. You can tell he looks terrible worried there about something. He might have just been in swimming and he's trying to recollect where he left his clothes, floated downstream, Or somebody might have stole them away.
Abner, will you hush up and answer the phone? I'll figure this thing out by myself.
Well, I wouldn't take that if I was you. Hello, Jot 'em Down store, Abner Thinker, Abner Peabody doing the talking. Oh, how are you, Doc?
Doc? Must be Doc Miller. That's for me.
Oh, well, wait a minute, Lum. Don't
Step aside, Abner. Give me the receiver.
Fella's hand, though.
Hello, Doc. This is Lum. Did you fellas get everything decided? Well, good. Did you find out everything you wanted to about me? Well, that's fine. How's that? You done what? Well, now, Doc... Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure. I understand. All right, Doc. Goodbye.
What kind of a statue are they going to put up, Lum?
Oh, them varmints. Them varmints. They've been looking over my record, all right. The hotel record. He said things was in such bad shape that the stockholders voted to get a hotel man from Little Rock to run the place instead of me. Grannies, that's appreciation free. It's got to where it don't even pay to be a hero.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner in their Jotham Down store figuring up what they owe Grandpappy Spears for operating it for them in their absence. Listen.
Well, there you are. All them deductions subtracted, that brings it down to around $40.
Well, it's taken you long enough to do it, I'll say that.
I know it. I had to run over 2 or 3 times before I could get it right.
$40, huh?
Yeah, but right, that's actually all we ought to owe Grandpap.
Well, that ain't the way Grandpap looks at it, Lum.
Well, that's the way it's going to be, though. I ain't going to sit here and let that varmint rob us.
Well, you're going to have a fight on your hands, that's all I can say.
Abner, you sure I told Grandpap when he taken over the store for us that he could have half of all the money he taken then?
Near as I can recollect, that is what you said. Yes.
Well, if I said it, I sure never meant it. What I meant was that he could take half of the profits. And he knows it, too.
Why, of course he does. He's just trying to take advantage of us, old Billy Goat.
Well, I ain't going to let him get away with it, I can tell you that. If he held us to that, we'd have to go through bankruptcy. It'd ruin us.
I know it. But you know Grandpappy Spears, Lum, stubborn as a blue-nosed mule.
Oh, just like arguing with a stump on fire.
Yeah, it is.
Well, this list of stuff here, I'll take care of him. Did you call him up and tell him that we want him to come over here so as we could settle up with him?
Yeah, he said he'd be right over. He said, though, that he thought that he was going to run the store for 6 months instead of just 1.
Well, Granny, he can't still hold us to that, too. We just made a deal with him to run the store while we was running a hotel. I might have said that it was going to be about 6 months, but I never made it definite.
Why, no. How was we to know that you was going to get fired as a manager after just 1 month?
Abner, I told you to stop saying I was fired. Told you to say unsevered relations with him.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that means getting fired.
It don't mean getting fired. Hardly.
Well, whatever it means, you lost your job. They kicked you out.
I quit that job. I was sick and tired of the hotel business. Never wanted the job in the first place. Forced into it. I wouldn't go back up there no matter how much they begged me.
Well, I don't think they're going to beg you, Lum. Dick Huddleston said that new man they got in there is doing awful good.
Well, natural. Look at the start I give him.
Well, I'll admit that you had to... I don't get... Wait a minute. There comes Grandpap.
Huh?
Right there, coming up. You better get set for a big argument.
But don't worry. I can handle him. He won't agree to take what's fair or just half the profit, so I'll spring this other list on him.
That's the thing to do. Spring it right at him. Find out.
Till he's mad already.
Oh, yeah. Well, howdy, Grandpap.
Yeah, howdy.
Come on back and sit.
Yeah, sit down and make yourself comfort, Grandpap, old boy. Want to settle up with you.
Yeah, good.
That's what Abner said over the telephone.
Just take that chair there, Grandpap.
Yeah.
Watch your cat. Geraldine, get out.
Cat, get out of there. Going back in the feed room with your kitten. Yeah, I'd like to get that settled myself. I want to take a trip on the money to back east summer.
Just a short trip, I hope. Little east.
Well, I sort of checked over all the bookkeeping records, Grandpap, and looks like business sort of fell off last month. Oh, I don't know. Kept me pretty busy. Here's I can figure out you taking in $337.92. Now, our netted profits on that comes to about $68. $68.74 to be exact. So half of that is $34.37. We got it all ready for you. Get it out of the cash drawer, Abner.
Yes, sir, right.
Wait a minute, hold on. You said I was going to get half of what I'd taken in, not half the profits.
Yeah, well, Grandpap.
Them was your own words. That was the deal you made. Business is business. Well, now, Grandpap, you'll have to admit that's unreasonable. You made the deal yourself. I never made it. Business is business. What I get is half of that $337 or whatever it is. All right, if that's what he said, that's what we'll pay you.
Yeah.
You told me that. You said, how's that you say you'll pay it?
Why, sure.
Well, I'll be a monkey spabbing-legged uncle. Huh. Yeah, when we make a deal, we always stick by it. Of course, now there's a few little deductions we'll have to make before we can pay you. Deductions? Yeah, just the regular ones that always comes up in a bill like this. Just the natural thing. Abner, read over that list there.
Yes, sir, I got it right. Let's see here. 1, breaking of store window by Mr. Spears, $8.32.
Oh, that.
2, business loss due to Grandpa Masters not trading here while Mr. Spears was in charge on account of him hating and despising Mr. Spears, $10.
Well, wait a minute. I don't see how you figure that. Well, Grandpa Masters has always traded with us, Grandpap. But last month, on account of you being here, he went over to Dick Huddleston's store. And I checked up and found out he bought $10 worth of groceries from Dick last month. That's a loss to us right there. Go on, Abner.
3, loss of window, $8.32.
Wait a minute. You already got that down there. No, that was breakage. This is the loss of the window. After you broke it, it weren't no good to us, so that represents a loss. Proceed, Abner.
4, personnel telephone calls, 30 cents.
Fancy, friend.
5, replacement of broke window, $8.32.
Hey, now, just a second here. That's
well, you admit you broke it now, didn't you, Grandpa?
Yeah, sure. My cane slipped out of my hand while I was having a discussion with Charlie Redfield.
All right, then. No, we got her down. It's right.
Yeah, we can't run a store with one window missing. Had to have it replaced. Go on, Edmund.
6, goodwill, $200.
Goodwill, $200?
Yes, sir.
Why, sure. The only reason you was able to make any money here at all was on account of the goodwill me and Abner built up in the community. Without that, you wouldn't have made a nickel.
7, expense of carpenter work done by Eugene Blevins.
I don't like the way Abner reads that list. He's showing off.
Be quiet, Grandpap. 7, repeat. Expense of carpenter work done by Eugene Blevins putting in new window, $8.32.
Now, hold on here.
8, danger of theft and robbery from young'uns climbing through broke window, $30.
All right, Jimmy, this has got to stop. That's all they are.
All right, I'll be glad to stop.
Good.
That's the end of the list anyway.
Yeah, and them charges there add up to $298.58. Deduct that from the full amount you've taken in, you get $39.64. And that's how much money you got coming to you, Mr. Spears. All right, I'll take it. Of course, now, before you pay me, I got a little bill myself here that I want to present.
Little bill?
Yeah, just the normal things that comes up in a deal like this.
Oh,
yeah, sit down while I read it.
yeah, sure. Yes, sir.
Expenses while working for the John Down store. 1, medical expense. Visit to Doc Miller on account of catching cold by setting in draft from broke window, $5. 2, haircut to look neat while on the job, 50 cents.
Well, now, Grandpa.
Hush up. 3, business loss due to not being able to keep up my old job as telegraph messenger boy, $30.
$30? You never made over 30 cents in that job all the time you had it.
Keep quiet, son. 4, loss of $10 first prize at annual Cherry Hill Horseshoe Pitching Contest, which I would have won if I hadn't had to stay here at the store. $10.
Why, you never won that thing in your whole life, Grandpap.
I would have won it this year. I was using a new form.
You'll have to pitch better than you said.
Oh, I was hot. 5. Overhead expense, $4.98.
Overhead expense? What's that?
Well, it rained last month, and I had to buy an umbrella to get to work. 6.
Now, just a minute now, Grandpap is
You
here.
can't get away with nothing like
No,
this,
sir.
Grandpap. All right, you had a list. I've got my list.
I won't listen. Stop up there.
Listen, though. You like to hear this. 6. Legal expense and court cost $250.
Whoa. Back up now. What's that court cost in there for?
That's for the trial.
Huh?
I know just how this is going to come out, so I figured the court cost right in the bill. In case you fellas don't know it, I'm lawsuing you for non-payment. So long, gentlemen. I'll see you in court.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. As we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in their jot-em-down store. Lum is talking on the telephone. Listen.
Yeah, that's right, Mamie. Yeah, the fellow that runs the music store there at the county seat. No, I don't know his name, but I saw him. He's a short, bald-headed feller, sort of, if that'll help you any. Yeah, get him as quick as you can, Mamie, please. All right, much obliged.
Lum, what in the world do you want to talk to that fella that runs a music store for?
I want to ask him something about the piano tuning business, natural.
Piano tuning? Are you actual serious about taking up that work, Lum?
Well, of course I am. I ain't going to pass up opportunity like that. That's a big field there with practical no competitions. Leastways not around Pine Ridge.
No, ain't many pianos around Pine Ridge neither.
Well, there's a heap more than you think there is.
Oh.
I done some checking up over the weekend, taking sort of a galloping poll, they call it. I found out there's 11 pioneers in this town.
11?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe it. You must have counted some of them twice. You got to galloping too fast there.
No, I can name them all for you. Sister Simpson's got one over at the boarding house there.
Yeah.
There's one at the church, and the schoolhouse, and the lodge hall.
That's just 4.
Well, I ain't done yet.
Oh.
There's that second-handed one the Bateses bought for the little duty to practice on. And Squire Skimp's got one.
Yeah, that's right. Miss Skimp never plays it though long. They keep the kiver down on it all the time.
Well, it can get out of tune whether they play it or not.
Well, how can you tell if it's out of tune if it ain't never been played on?
Granny's, that's right, ain't it?
Why, sure.
Well, I'll just have to study up some way to get her to play it.
Well, if you do that, you'll more likely have to sit there and listen to her, too.
Yeah, well, every business has got its drawbacks. There's always something you have to put up with.
Well, Lum, that still just makes 6 pioneers in this town. Thought you said there was 11.
Well, there is. There's that one that Grandpap's got.
That's a player pioneer.
Well, it's got to be tuned just the same.
Well, about all you'd have to do there is just punch new holes in them paper rolls that he slaps on there.
No, you tune them the regular way, I think. Leastways, I'm going to.
That still just makes 7.
Well, there's one out there at the dance pavilion at Pin Oak Flats.
Yeah.
Harry Hodgkins has got one over there at the liver stable.
Oh, at the liver stable. Them horses can't play a pioneer long.
Don't you recollect he's got harness hanging on it and a bunch of other junk?
Oh, that thing. Well, that ain't no good, Lum. All the keys is off of it.
It's a pioneer just the same. And I figure I can charge him just twice as much to get it back in shape again.
Doggy, that's right. I never thought about that.
No, there's lots of angles to this business.
That still just makes 9, though.
Well, Johnson's have got one, that old one over there at their place. And the Seastrunk's has got one.
Every Seastrunk? You're mistook there.
No, I ain't. They got it sitting right there in the parlor in that front corner. Got a big shawl over it. Photographs of the whole family sitting on top of it. And that big vase full of pampas grass, I believe they call it.
Well, I do know. Well, I saw that vase full of pampas grass 1,000 or 100 times, but I never knowed there was a pioneer under it.
Well, there is. That makes 11.
Doggy's Lum, does pioneers get cold easy?
Get cold.
Yeah, I just noticed, Mott, now every one you see, they got a shawl on it. What's the idea of that?
I don't know, but they always have to have them embroidered, I notice.
Yeah, there's some connection there.
No, Abner, I've studied it all over. If I can get $15 apiece for tuning them pianos, why, that's $165 right there.
$165?
And near as I can see, practically every 1 cent of that's profit.
Yeah, sure. So, profits. Wait a minute, that's all ring. That must be your call.
Good. Get out of the way.
Oh, excuse me.
Hello. Did you get him, Mamie?
Step on him, man.
Oh, hello, sir. Yeah, I called you. My name is L. Edwards. You might have heard of me. I run a store down here in Pine Ridge.
He runs the store.
You never, huh? Well, that's my name anyway. Well, here's what I called you about. I'm aiming on going into the pioneer tuning business, and there's one little point I want to ask you about.
I'll help him run it.
Yeah. How do you do it? I say, how do you do it? Tune pioneers. Well, I know I never have tried it before, but I figured I could learn. I'm awful good at picking up stuff fast that way. Oh, you don't? Well, do you know of anybody that might could help me? Who? Oh, I see. Wait a minute. What's that name again now? Oh, well, no use calling him if he's dead. Who?
Of course not.
Hello? 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 Granny, so he's cut off.
Huh?
Hello, Mamie. Hello? Can't even get her now.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. We were just talking along, and all of a sudden. Hello, is that you, Mamie? Well, something happened to that call to the county seat. Yeah, will you try to get him back for me? Yeah, it's awfully important. All right. Granny, that was a fine time for that to happen.
Was he telling you how to tune pioneers?
No, he said he never knowed nothing about it himself, so he's trying to think up names of fellers that might be able to learn me. One trouble, though, everybody he thought of was either moved or dead.
Then he hung up the telephone on you, huh?
No, he never hung up. Something happened to the connection.
Oh.
I think he was just getting ready to tell me something, too. Dad, blame it, I have the worst luck, looks like.
Well, maybe you'll get him back again, won't you?
I hope so. I'm anxious to get started on this. Get into that big money.
But, Lum, I still don't see how you're going to make so much money out of this. Looks to me like once you get them 11 pioneers tuned up and get your $165, well, then you're all done.
All done? What about repeat business?
Huh?
Well, them pioneers will get out of tune again, and I'll have the whole thing to do over. There's another $165 right there. And the best part of it is it'll just take me a couple of days to do it. $82.50 a day ain't bad money, you know.
No. But how many days do you do that? Now, I know Sister Simpson ain't had that pioneer hers tuned more than twice in the last 10 years.
Yeah, well, I'm going to change all that.
Change it?
I'm going to give them a special rate if they'll have it done at least once a month.
Oh.
Then I'm going to branch out and take in Cherry Hill and over at Odin and Board. Wait a minute. There's my call.
Oh.
Hello?
Oh.
How's that, Mamie? Oh, well, keep trying. Yeah, you just got to get hold of him. It's a matter of life and death. Yeah, hurry it up, Mamie. Granny, if I don't find out what that feller's going to tell me, I'm going to die.
Well, it ain't that important, is it, Lum?
What do you mean it ain't that important? My whole future depends on it, that's all. What he was about to tell me is a key to my new career.
Tis, huh?
Yeah, I can't start being a millionaire pioneer tuner till I learn how to tune pioneers, can I?
Well, no.
If I wait too long, somebody else is liable to get in ahead of me and beat me to all that business. Grannies, I wonder if anybody else was listening in on that phone call.
Well, what if they was?
What if they was? I don't want my secret to get out. I got this idea of pioneer tuning business myself. And after all the groundwork I've did, I don't want somebody to jump in the last minute and take all the profits.
No.
I've just got to find out what that feller was going to tell me before it's too late. I better call Mamie again.
But, Lum, Mamie will let you know as quick as she gets hold of him.
I can't wait for that. This is too big a thing. It's too big an opportunity to sit back and wait for somebody. Hello, Mamie? This is Lum again.
Leave pressure stuff.
Have you got that fella yet? Well, find out what the trouble is and get it straightened out. This call has got to go through. Well, do better than your best. I've just got to talk to him. All right, Mamie. Granny, this is driving me stark raving mad crazy.
Lord, now, don't get so excited.
Excited? I can't wait, though. Here I'm sitting on the brink of the biggest thing I ever went into, and what happens? That blamed telephone breaks down.
Oh, Lord, man.
If my career's ruined on account of this, I'm going to lawsue the telephone company. I'll lawsue them from here right up to the Supreme Court and back down again.
Oh, now, Lum, take it easy. You're going to bust your collar button if you ain't careful.
How can you ask a man to take it easy at a time like this?
Well, aim your neck in some other direction, then. Dogged, I don't want my eyes put out by flying collar button.
I could just talk to him for another 2 minutes. I'd be on my way. Wait a minute. There he is.
Well, watch out, Lum. Don't try to tear the telephone off the wall there. We got to use that some more.
Hello?
Me alive.
Yeah, I'm ready. Put him on.
Looks like a squirrel going up there close after that.
Hello? Hello? Granny said I had a hard time getting you. Why, this is Lum Edwards, the fellow you was talking to about pioneer tuning.
I had a hard time dodging.
Yeah, that's right. Now, what was it you were starting to say just when we was cut off?
Roller skate.
Yeah, I heard that, but what was you starting to say right after that? What? Oh, is that it? Oh, well, much obliged to you. Goodbye.
Well, what was it? What are he going to tell you, Lum?
Oh, nothing.
Now, Lum, it must have been something. Now, come on, tell me.
Abner, do you know what that varmint was getting ready to say to me?
That's what I'm trying to find out. What was it?
Goodbye.
Huh?
You heard me. All he wanted to say was goodbye.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jotham Down store trying to help Lum with his piano tuning problems. Listen.
Oh, Grannies, there must be some way to find out how to tune pioneers. The other pioneer tuners must have found out some way. I know they never just woke up one day and started out doing it.
Well, Lum, I don't see what's going to be so hard about it. I recollect a long time ago when I belonged to the boating and mandolin club while I played in a string quartet. I never had no trouble tuning up my mandolin a bit. I just keep plunking and tightening till it was in tune.
Yeah, but what did you tune it up to?
Well,
I mean, you had to use a pioneer, didn't you? That's what you went by.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, natural. Use that. Frank Foster'd hit a note on a pioneer. Then we'd come as close to that as we could.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. But now what do you tune a pioneer up to?
Well, you just,
See, that's my whole problem. I went around and listened to some of the pioneers around town here, and they all sound different. But I'll be dad blamed if I can tell which one of them's right.
Oh, I reckon that would be hard to tell, all right.
Sure, you ain't got nothing to go by.
No. Oh, let's see now. What could you use? Well, wait a minute. I know. What's the matter with me? After you get the mandolin in tune, Lum, why, then you could tune the pioneer up to that.
Oh, that wouldn't work. Because the way you got the mandolin in tune was to tune it up to the pioneer. So if you turned around and tuned the pioneer to the mandolin, you'd be right back where you started from. And if the pioneer was out of tune in the first place, you couldn't get the mandolin in tune either. And in the second place, the only way you could get the mandolin actual in tune was to have a pioneer that was already in tune. So in that case, you wouldn't have needed the mandolin in the first place. The mandolin is out.
Oh. Lum, would you mind to run over that again? There's one part there I don't believe I quite got.
Well, I ain't so sure I got it myself. But anyway, that idea won't work.
Oh. Let's see now. If you just had a mandolin over here...
Abner, just forget that. There's some other way to do this, and I've got to find out what it is. That's the only thing that's holding up my new career.
Well, hey, wait a minute. How about a pitch pipe? Them things are all supposed to be in tune.
Yeah, I thought about that, but trouble there is that it's just got 3 or 4 notes on it. I could get them in tune, but what about the rest of them? Don't forget that a pioneer's got 70 or 80 keys on it.
That many?
Oh, at least that many, including the black ones. They've got to be tuned just like the white ones, I reckon.
Yeah, they use both of them, I think.
Wish I could get the name of a pioneer tune and just write to him and ask him what he uses. It must be something.
Yeah, you'd think so, sure. Yeah, let's see now. Do I know the names of any pioneer tuners? Let's see, Harry Forstner.
Is he a pioneer tuner?
No, I just happen to think his name. He lives down there at Minneola, Texas.
Huh?
Don't know how his name happened to pop into my mind. Elizabeth's brother Fred used to mention him. He lived about a block away from Fred. Worked for the city, I believe.
Oh, that's interesting.
It dug holes in the pavement or something for me.
Well, that ain't helping me none. I don't want no holes dug. I want to learn how to tune pioneers.
That's funny now, me thinking about old Harry. They say that when you think about somebody that way, that's a sign that they're thinking about you, too.
Let's see, who could I write to?
I reckon what old Harry's thinking about me now. You know, I never met him but once. About 4 years ago, me and Elizabeth down there visiting Fred, and this Harry Forstner come over there looking for his lawnmower. Asked Fred if he'd saw it.
There ought to be some pioneer tuners in Little Rock. Maybe I could write to the Chambers of Commerce.
Just imagine that. Going around the neighborhood looking for your lawnmower. He couldn't have thought Fred would have took it. And I know he never thought that Dog is just a minute here. Come to think of it, he did look at me kind of peculiar, I believe.
Abner, will you stop talking about that? I'm trying to figure something out here.
Mom, you don't reckon he thought that... Why, that varmint. So that's what he's thinking about me. After 4 years, he can't get it off his mind.
Abner, what in the world are you talking about?
I never stole his dad blame lawnmower.
Whose lawnmower?
Harry Forstner.
Oh, for pity's sake.
I can just see him now, sitting down there in Minneola, Texas, telling everybody he sees that Abner Peabody's a thief.
Abner, he ain't doing no such a thing.
He is done it, Lum. The worst part of it is it's been going on for 4 years. Never seen such a feller to hold a grudge. So good, I'm a half a mind to go down there and punch him right in the nose.
Abner.
I'll clinch with him. I'll pulverize
Abner,
him.
for goodness sakes, you don't know that Harry, whatever his name is, ever had such thoughts about you.
You just asked anybody in Minneola, Texas.
All right, but until I do, just drop the subject. I don't want to hear no more about it.
Well, all right.
See, now, what was I thinking about?
Snaking, though.
Oh, yeah, pioneers. You know, in one way, I sort of hate to start talking to some other pioneer tuners, because right away, well, they'd see the big opportunities around here, and the first thing I know, I'd have competition.
How in the world could I ever hide one of them things? You can't slip a lawnmower in your pocket and walk off with it.
The whole town would be overrun with pioneer tuners.
What would I want to drag a lawnmower clean from Texas up to Pine Ridge for? I don't need one of the things. Elizabeth's too good a housekeeper to let any grass grow around our place. Keeps that front yard swept cleaner than a whistle. And you know that to be a fact, too, Lum Edwards.
Yeah, I know.
I've heard you say 1,000 or 100 times, Elizabeth Peabody keeps the best swept front yard in Pine Ridge.
I always liked the way she had the front walk and the flower beds outlined with snuff bottles.
Why, sure. But that snake in the weeds, sitting down there at Minneola, Texas, telling everybody he sees that I've taken his dad blame lawnmower.
All right, Abner, that's enough.
Okay.
I don't want to hear another word about it.
Him with this fence.
If I do, I'm going to whop you right square on top of the head. Now, hush.
Well, all right. I know somebody's going to hear about this, so I'll tell them that.
Just so it ain't me, I don't care.
Sir, Bob, sir.
I was just getting an idea here when you started all this prattle. Now I can't recollect what it was.
Was it about lawnmowers? No.
It was about pioneers.
Well, I know good and well I never taken that lawnmower.
Oh, I know what it was. I was just thinking that if a feller had a brand new pioneer, he could use that.
Well, if he could play it, he could, I reckon.
I mean, to tune the other ones by. Because a new one wouldn't have to be in tune. Only trouble is, I ain't got no new pioneer. Wonder if them things cost very much.
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm so mad I can't see. Ain't got the least idea about nothing. All I can think of is that Harry Forstner, Dokey. If you want to find out the price, look in the wish book, Lum. They got a couple of pages of them in there.
That's a good idea. Where is that catalog?
I don't know. Cedric was looking at it the other day. Oh, there it is, sitting behind the coffee grinder over there.
Yeah. I suppose I might as well face the fact that I'm going to have to invest some money before I can get started in this business.
Well, what are you going to have to do? Just lug that new Pioneer with you every place you go to tune the others by?
I don't know. That's something I got to figure out. They do have little wheels on them, rollers.
Well, Lord me, yes, Lum, but you can't push a Pioneer all over the country.
Well, I could get a span of mules and pull it around town.
Now, that would look fine, wouldn't it? You setting up on top of a Pioneer driving a team of mules to it, Lum.
Well, that'd be good advertising. You could put a big sign on the side of it, Pioneer's tuned.
Well, you better not get out in the country. Tell you that, you ain't got much clearance under there.
That's right. Them wheels is a little gnarly, ain't they?
You get off the sidewalk, you'd be gone. And there's a law against driving a mule on a sidewalk in Pine Ridge.
It's out then.
And don't look at me. You ain't going to hitch me up to it.
I can't find the Pioneers in here, no. Where was they? Towards the back of the book?
I don't recollect. Oh, wait a minute. There, right there, Lum.
Where?
Right there.
Well, them are lawnmowers.
Well, ain't that what we're... Oh, Pioneer. What's the matter with me?
It must be back further.
Hey, partner.
Oh, here we are. Pioneer.
Mark Ellick.
Let's see now.
Sick Elizabeth on
Granny, it's $1,200. I can't afford that. Look at there, Abner.
That there?
Yeah.
That's a table, ain't it?
Oh, it's a Pioneer. See, there's got keys on it.
Maybe it's a combination Pioneer and eating table.
You don't say that. I think that's what they call a Grand Pioneer. Yeah, here it says that.
Well, I can see why they'd call it that, all right. $1,200, Lord.
Well, here's some cheaper ones.
Couldn't eat if you bought that.
There's a baby Grand.
A little one. That's the first one I ever seen. Well, bless its little heart.
Here's some uprights.
Well, you'd want them upright. Be too hard to play on them for laying down, or tuning, or whatever you're going to do to it.
Here's one for $225, but that's still too high for me. It looks like I'm going to have to give the whole thing up.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Bleed.
It's a shame, though, with all my talents and all. Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Granny's, here's the answer to it. Looky there, Abner. Pioneer sent out on approval for 30 days. 1 month free trial.
A month?
That's what I'll do. I'll get one on approval. And in 30 days, I'll know the business is good. I can get along without one. And I can send it back, and it won't cost me a cent. Grannies, let me slap my name down on that order blank. I'm practical in business right now.
All right, Doggies, while you're at it, order that Harry Forstner lawnmower, too, Lum. Be worth it to get him to stop calling me a thief.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jotham Down store telling Grandpappy Spears about Lum's latest business venture. Listen.
Wait a minute. Hold on now. You mean that Lum's fixing to be a Pioneer tuner?
Yes, sir, that's what he's doing.
Lum Edders?
Yeah.
You mean the Lum Edders that we know?
He's the only Lum Edders I do know, Grandpap, and he's the one I'm talking about.
Well, I'll be a pigeon-toed, monkey-staring-legged uncle.
Well, he's doing it.
No, sir, I won't believe it. Not even about Lum, I won't believe it.
He's even went so far as order himself a new Pioneer from the mail order house. Fact is, he sent him a telegram yesterday and told him to send it out right away.
A new Pioneer?
Yes, sir.
Well, Lum ain't got that kind of money.
Well, he's got it figured out to where it ain't going to cost him nothing this way. See, he's getting it on a 30-day free trial or something like that, and He thinks by the time the 30 days is up, he'll know the pie inner tuning business so good that he can send it back to him.
Well, I still ain't gonna believe it. I just won't do it. There's lots of things I will believe, but that ain't one of them. No sirree, Bob, sir. No, sir.
Well, it's the truth.
No sirree, sir.
Grandpap old Lum is serious about this.
Sassy brass.
He's even located the feller in at the county seat that used to be a pie inner tuner, and he's gonna send Lum the directions on how to do it.
Well, sir, if that's the truth, that outcaps what I come over here to tell you.
What was you going to tell me?
Oh, it wouldn't sound like much now.
Well, what was it?
Oh, nothing. Well, I'm might not ashamed to tell it to you.
Oh, Grandpap.
And when I read about it and started over here to tell it to you, it sounded like a big thing, but now I don't know. Lum Edwards, a pie inner tuner.
Now, come on, Grandpap. Quit beating around the brush and tell me what it is.
Oh, it weren't nothing, Abner. Nothing to speak of.
Well, what was it you got my curiosity roused up now?
Well, all it was is a dog that can talk.
Oh, well, if that's all it... A dog that can talk?
Yep.
A real dog that can actually talk?
Yes, sir.
The kind that runs around on 4 legs?
Hey, I never said how many legs he runs around on. I reckon it's 4, though. Just told about him talking.
I don't believe it. No, I do not believe it.
I'll just get the article out of the newspaper and let you read it for yourself.
Get it out, get it out.
The dog's name is Ben. Lives in England.
Oh, now, Grandpap.
It's the truth, Abner. Ben can talk just like a human.
You mean he can stand up and talk just like me and you say anything he wants to?
Well, he don't talk quite that much according to this article. Not as much as you do, anyway. That's just all he can say is, I want one.
I want one what?
And I don't think he's ever said.
He's liable to get anything doing that.
Of course he is.
You mean he just goes around saying, I want one?
Yeah. For instance, the article said if you had some cookies or something, he'd come up and say, I want one.
Well, that ain't polite, is it?
Yeah, it might be all right for dogs. I don't know. They might have a different set of rules for them.
They might. I know there's some things they can't get.
Especially over in another country like that.
Well, don't he even say please?
No, all he says is, I want one.
What if he wants 2 cookies?
Abner, I don't know. All I'm doing is just telling you what I read in the newspaper. Maybe he don't want 2 cookies. Maybe he just wants one. Maybe he don't like them kind of cookies.
My dog, Old Blue, will eat any kind of cookies. He don't care what kind they are.
Well, what if he does? I don't care. Say he does.
Trouble with them English dogs are too dad-blame particular. When it comes to eating, I'll put Old Blue up against any dog you name. And that goes for your smart Alec Ben, too, that T-hound.
Abner, the point ain't how much he can eat.
I'll say it ain't. Old Blue will whip him with both paws tied behind him. Now, there's a dog that can eat that Blue. You set a plate of bones down in front of him, and I know you better get out of the way fast or you'll bring back a nub.
Yeah, but can your dog talk?
Why?
Does Old Blue ever say, I want one?
Why, no. He wants all he can get. I never saw him when he actually got filled up, I don't believe. That dog is, wait a minute, there comes Lum. He can tell you how much Old Blue eats. He had to take care of him one time while me and Elizabeth was down in Texas visiting her brother, Fred. And that Lum just might not starve to death. That dog ate everything. Now, a dog that can eat Lum's cooking. You know, hey, Lum, come in here. I want you to prove something for me.
Well, I ain't got time right now, Abner. I've got to line up a pie inner to practice on. Howdy, Grandpap.
Well, Lum.
Howdy, Lum.
Lum, this won't take but a second. Ain't Old Blue, that dog of mine, the out-captainest one eater that you ever seen? Go on, tell Grandpap. He thinks he's got a dog that can eat more than Old Blue. Go on, tell him, Mom, tell him.
Abner, I don't even know what you're talking about. That dog of yours is a gluten, I'll say that for him.
Yeah, see there, Grandpap, what'd I tell you? Lum, tell him about that week when me and Elizabeth Beth went down to Fred's place down in Texas and you taking care of Ben.
Abner, I told you I've come over here to do some work.
Didn't Ben even eat your cooking? That proves he'll eat anything.
The mail order house answered my telegram and said kind of the shortage they wouldn't be able to ship me a pie inner for at least 3 weeks, maybe longer.
So I've got to find some other pioneer to practice up on. I can't waste all that time just sitting around here. Cedric's out helping me locate one that I can work on now.
Ben.
Mom, are you actually serious about this pioneer tuning junk? Why, of course I am, Grandpap. Fact is, I've done bought a second-hand pioneer tuner's kit. And wait a minute, what's the matter with me? Yeah, you got a pioneer, Grandpap. You're the fella I want to talk to. Now, just a minute, Lum. Like to make a deal with you, Grandpap. If you let me practice up on your pioneer, I'll tune it for you for nothing. No, I don't want you monkeying around on that pioneer of mine. It's just the way I want it right now.
One cookie. What kind of a dog is that?
Abner, hush up. Look, Grandpap, you'd be doing me a big favor and getting your pioneer in tune at the same time. No. Do you realize you'd be saving yourself $15? $15? I had the pioneer tuned in 1914, I believe it was, and it just cost me $4. Well, prices has went up since then. Leastways mine has. No, if I want my pioneer tuned, I'll look up the feller that done it in 1914 and get a hold of him. Fact is, I think I'll go home and do that now. Well, wait a minute, Grandpap.
If you see Ben, send him over to my place, and I'll have old Blue learn him how to eat.
Oh, pipe down, Abner.
It won't be cookies, neither.
Yeah.
Dog, he'll eat you and Ben. I'll tell you that right now, you old varmint. I'm going to stick him on that Grandpap the first time he comes by the place. That'll hash him up. You know what he said, Long?
I don't care what he said.
He said he knowed this dog Ben, something or other, never give him his last name.
I don't know why everybody around this town said that gum catchy about their pioneers. You'd think I was going to bust them to pieces instead of tune them.
Why, have you been around town asking them?
Well, yes, I was over to Seastrump's and the Bateses and Sister Simpson's. I told them I'd do it for nothing.
Well, Lum, you can't hardly blame them. You don't know how to tune pioneers.
No, but I will tomorrow. That's when I'm going to get that set of directions from the feller at the county seat. Emmett Goshen's going to pick them up for me when he goes in there at the load of watermelons today.
Oh, well, that's different then. Well, here, if you're going to know how tomorrow, why are you offering to do it for nothing?
Well, because I need to practice.
Oh.
Even though I'll have the directions, I need to practice up on one or two pioneers to catch on to it good.
Yeah. So that if you could learn from that dog, I want one, you might say that somebody might give you a pioneer, you know it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, a dog that Grandpap was in here telling about. Some talking dog going some fern place.
Now, as long as I ain't got my new pioneer for at least 3 weeks, I've got to work on somebody else.
Wait just a minute. Was that our ring?
I never paid no attention.
I believe it was. I ain't for sure. I was thinking about that Grandpap. He's a troublemaker.
Hello, jot 'em down, store. Elevator's doing the talking.
Old Blue don't bite him. I'm going to get rid of him.
How's that? Oh, how'd you make out, Cedric? Oh, said no, huh?
Like that's even true, that Grandpap.
Did you try the Johnson's?
I'd shake him out just like a possum.
Well, much obliged for trying, Cedric.
Come to think of it, he looks like a possum.
All right. Goodbye. Dad, dang it. Dingy batch of varmints. Looks like they're just trying to keep me from going into business. You know, they wouldn't even let me work on the pioneer with the church there, even.
They wouldn't?
No, they said they was going to have to use it for another few more years.
Why, sure, they got to use that pine at the church.
You know, I was thinking, Abner, I might could go over there late of a night when nobody's around and tune it for 'em.
Yeah. Well, would that be legal?
Well, I don't know why not. I'd be doing them a favor.
You would, huh?
Same as giving them $15. And I'm a member of the church anyway, one of the biggest pillars they got.
Yeah?
Might say I helped buy the pioneer.
Well, what if they catch you over there, though?
Oh, they won't. I'll take you along for a lookout.
Take me? Now, wait just a minute.
That's just what we'll do, Abner.
Now,
it's all set. Tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, me and you go over there and go in, and I'll give that pioneer the dead blamedest tuning it's ever had in its whole life.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find that it's late at night, and the old fellows are in the church, all set to start work. Listen.
Abner, hold the lantern up higher. I can't see what I'm doing with the light clean down on the floor that way.
If I hold it up any higher, somebody out in the road's liable to see it, and we'll get caught in here.
Abner, there ain't nobody out this time of night. It's after 10 o'clock.
Well, somebody might have the insomnias and can't sleep and be out walking around or something.
Grannies, are you just going to stand there and worry all night long? I wish I hadn't brung you along.
I wish you hadn't either. Because I'd hate to get caught breaking into the church.
I've told you 1,000 or 100 times we ain't breaking in. We just come in here to tune the pioneer.
Do pioneer tuners always crawl through a window?
If you'll stop arguing and help me, instead we'll get this job done and get out of here.
Well, let's get it done then. What's the first thing you're supposed to do?
Well, hold the lantern up higher so I can read these directions that Mr. Taggart sent me.
Who?
Mr. Taggart. He's the feller at the county seat that used to be a pioneer tuner.
Oh.
According to him, the first thing you're supposed to do is find middle C.
Find?
Yeah.
Is it lost?
No, that means located on the pioneer. See, all these keys are lettered.
There? Well, I never had noticed that before. Let me see, Lum.
Well, they don't actually have
I can't see no letters on them. This pioneer must be so old the letters is wore off.
I'm trying to tell you they don't actually have the letters wrote right on there. You just have to memorize them.
Oh.
Learn them by heart.
Well, how do you know what to memorize if there ain't no letters wrote on there in the first place?
Well, you just, Grannies, how do you? This pioneer tuning business is harder than I allowed it was.
I just always thought that they went by that do, re, mi, fo, sol, la, ti, do stuff.
Well, I believe they do, come to think of it.
Yeah, that's the way I learn it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la.
Don't need to sing it for me.
Well, that's the way I learn it. Letters is when you want to spell out something. You take, for instance, the word school. No, let's get something easier. No. If you want to spell it, you use a letter. D-O-G.
I know how to spell, though. Just catch up and let's get this tuning done.
Yeah, let's get it over with. I just know we're going to get caught short of
Middle C. It's bound to be there somewhere.
Why don't you try middle do?
Maybe we can skip that. I don't reckon it's awful important, no way. Next, he says here, mute off 2 of the 3 strings on C and then tune the 3rd one to your tuning fork.
Tuning fork?
Yeah, I got one of them in that second-hand kit I bought.
What's it for, to eat your lunch with? No, I'd known we was going to be here that long. I'd have brought some lunch goods for myself. We had some cold sweet potatoes left over from supper tonight. I could have thrown a couple of them in my pocket.
It ain't for eating. See, it's this gadget right here.
That thing?
Yes, sir.
I'll say it ain't for eating. Some peas would drap right through the middle of that thing. That thing ain't even got no points on it. You couldn't stab nothing with it. Starve to death over in my place.
This is to get the right pitch with.
Well, I reckon that's about what you'd have to do with it. Balance your victuals on there and then pitch them in as fast as you could.
Yeah, I'll show you how it works. The feller I bought it from showed me how to do it.
Wouldn't
you
have it.
hit it on something like this, and then you hold the bottom end of it again, the pioneer, like this.
Well, I do know.
Pretty good, ain't it?
Why, Lum, I never knowed you could play the tuning fork. Do you know way down on the Swanee River?
Well, you can't play tunes on it. Just plays that one note.
Oh, don't hardly seem worthwhile taking it up, does it?
Now, all I have to do is tune middle C up to this.
Yeah, but where is middle C?
Well, I think I'll find one that matches the tuning fork, and I'll call that middle C.
Yeah.
I don't reckon it matters where you start, really. All the keys have to be tuned anyway.
Why, sure. That must be the way to do it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try it once. Does that sound like it, Abner?
It sounds pretty, but I don't believe I recognize it.
I think it's a trifle low. That's better, but it still ain't quite right, I don't think. Let's see.
It's interesting to watch it.
Grannies, don't none of them sound right now. This whole pioneer must be off.
Yeah, try that over again, Lum. You just about had springtime in the Rockies there, I believe.
Did I sure enough?
Yeah, I believe you did.
I believe I'll just skip over this part of it for now and get to working on the inside of it. I want to use that wrench. That's the most important part of tuning a pioneer anyway.
Well, you mean you got to take it apart?
Why, natural. That's the mainest part of it.
Uh-oh.
Hold the lantern up a little higher, Abner, so as I can see how to unhook the front part of it here.
Lum, now, don't get this thing screwed all over the church. What if somebody would come in here and see us, Lum?
I told you nobody ain't going to come in here this time of the night. Hard enough to get folks to come in here Sunday morning. There now. Set the lantern right up here so as I can see the work.
All right.
That's it.
Where's our land? Say, hey, looky there, Lum.
What?
Look, I know somebody's hit a harp in there.
A harp?
Yeah, look at it. No wonder this pioneer always sounded so terrible.
Oh, that ain't a harp. That's part of the pioneer.
Huh?
Them are the strings of it. That's what makes the music.
It is.
Hey, don't you know nothing, Abner?
Well, yeah, but... So that's how that thing works.
Yeah. See all them little knobs with the little wires wound around them?
Yeah?
That's what you tune them by. Slap a wrench on there and twist them till the keys sound right.
Well, no, me, there ain't nothing to that at all.
That's what I've been telling you. Yeah, let's get to twisting them and get out of here.
Yeah.
Just let me read what it says here.
Ain't that pretty, Miss?
After all three strings of C are properly tuned, then you start tuning in fourths and fifths. In other words, tune F below C, which, when properly set, will be one vibration above the perfect point. Then tune G and F above F, which, when properly set, will be four vibrations below the perfect point. Repeat this process, alternating fourths and fifths until you arrive at F above C. This constitutes your temperament.
It does.
Yeah, I can see how it would, too. Trying to figure all that junk out would be hard on anybody's temperament. I believe I'll just do this my own way.
Yeah, so take the wrench and start twisting.
Yeah, where is that thing? Now, here it is.
Is that a wrench?
That's what they told me. The man called it a tuning hammer, but actually it's a wrench.
Didn't know what he's saying.
Let's see. Where'd be a good place to start? Don't reckon it makes much difference.
No. Hey, try that right there, Lum. That looks like a good one.
Yeah, that's a dandy.
No, but I picked that out myself.
Now, while I twist, you keep hitting the key there so as I can tell when I got it in tune.
Yeah, now, which key do I hit?
That one right there.
Yeah.
See there? See that little hammer flies up there and hits the string? Look at that.
Well, I'll be a polka-dotted possum. Now, how does that little rascal know to do that?
I don't know. See, each one of the strings has got a little hammer, and he just sits there and waits till it's his turn. Ain't that cute?
Well, no. If I was as smart as them little hammers, I could play this thing myself.
All right.
What will they think of me?
Let's go now. Granny, we're getting someplace now. You reckon this is in tune?
Sounds all right to me.
I believe it ought to be just a little bit higher. Yeah, now try.
Yeah, that's pretty, ain't it?
I believe I'll make it just a little bit higher. I want to do my extra good job.
Help! I'm innocent. It's Lum's ideas, not mine. Don't shoot.
Hey, shut up. You want to wake up the whole town?
What is it,
That's
Lum?
just a pioneer string that broke.
Oh, doggone, I thought somebody's shooting at us. Lum, we better get out of here now. Come on.
Get out of here. I'm just getting started.
Lum, you're busting it, and they told you not to monkey around with this pioneer. You know it.
One little string ain't nothing to get excited about. I can fix that.
Oh, Lord, me.
Besides, when I get done tuning this thing, it'll sound so good the church never will get done thanking me. Let's see now. Guess I'll tune this next key here.
Wish I'd paid.
Yeah, might as well work right up the scale.
Lum, let's go. Let's get out of
Hey,
here.
this pioneer tuning is fun, you know.
Let's get out. What is it, Lum? What happened? Lum, what is it?
Nothing. I just dropped the dad blame wrench down in the pioneer.
Doggy, that's the loudest thing I ever heard.
I believe I can reach down there and get it, though. Granny, this stuff breaks easy in here, whatever it is. Oh, it's them little hammers.
Lum, you better leave that alone now.
Wait, I think I got hold of the wrench. If I can just pull it out of here.
Come on, Lum.
doggies, now you did it.
It looks like I'm going to have to restring every... Abner, don't put out the light.
Oh, be quiet, be quiet. There's somebody coming up on the front porch.
Huh?
See there? He's got a flashlight.
Oh, my goodness.
I knowed we'd get caught. I knowed it.
Hitch up and grab hold of the toolkit and head for the back door. We might still have a chance to get out of here. Hurry up, Abner. Run for your life.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jotham Down store operating the coffee grinder. Listen.
Carry me back to
Abner. Is the coast clear?
Well, for the land's sakes, Lum, where'd you come from? I never heard the door open.
I snuck in the back way. Tell me, am I a hunted man?
So you just might not scared me half to death. Are you a what?
A hunted man. What happened at church yesterday? Did they find out I was the one that ruined their pie?
No. Or leastways, as far as I know, they never.
Well, stop that coffee grinder and tell me everything that happened.
Yeah, well, just a second. I'll have this all dead here.
Wait a minute. What's the matter with you? Them ain't coffee beans you got in there. Them's dried peas.
Yeah, I know. Elizabeth told me to bring home some stuff to make split pea soup out of, and I ain't got time to stand here and split them all by hand, Lum.
Well, you ain't going to have split pea soup. You're going to have it pulverized.
I don't care. Maybe this'll learn her to do her own work.
Well, hurry up. Tell me about church yesterday. Could they tell there was something wrong with the pie in there?
Could they tell?
Yeah.
I just wish you hadn't been there.
Well, I would have been, but I just didn't dare show up around there. I was scared I'd give myself away somehow.
Yeah, well, I was a little scared myself, but Elizabeth just might not have drugged me over there. And I'm glad she did. So that I wouldn't have missed that for nothing.
Was it that bad, Jonah?
Well, first, everybody started coming into church, all rigged out in their Sunday go-to-meeting clothes, you know.
Natural.
All of them bowing and smiling at one another. You know how folks smile at church, sort of keep their faces solemn and bend the corners of their mouth up a little bit.
You mean sanctimonious?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Never even noted I knowed that word. Well, anyway, everybody sat down, and Brother Riggins got up, and after he got his throat cleared to suit himself, I told everybody to turn to number 271 in the Green Book. Everybody got up again and waited while Sister Simpson spun up the piano stool to the right height. And she sat down, hit a chord.
Uh-oh, this is what I dread to hear.
And everybody sang number 271 and sat back down again.
You mean they got clean through it?
Yep, 5 full verses of long meter singing.
But the piano, didn't they notice it was busted?
Who could tell with all that singing and hollering going on? Don't forget Lum the Winter and Nancy was there.
Well, what about Sister Simpson? Couldn't she tell that half the strings on it was busted?
Why, no, I don't believe she could. She don't play but 2 different chords in that particular song he's singing, and she never got into the broke strings, I don't believe.
Well, if that don't beat the bugs to fight.
And then Brother Riggins got up again, made the announcements for the week. Finance committee would meet Tuesday night, decide what color carpets to buy for the aisle. Men's class wouldn't meet next Sunday on account of the Sunbeam class is going to put on a little program of some kind.
Oh, I want to see that. Bless her little heart.
Yeah. And all the women folks that brung quilt patches could leave with Miss Quincy at the door after the service.
Well, Abner, I don't care about all that. When did they get to singing again?
Let's see. I want to be sure and get this right now. Next, I believe Ezra Seaskunk got up and give a report on the committee to raise money to buy shoes for the Hill folks.
Oh, yeah. Well, how they coming with that?
I don't know, Lum. Ezra talks to Dad blame long. I just couldn't hardly follow him at all. I reckon they're doing all right, though. Noticed, Ezra had on a new pair of shoes.
Well, hurry up, Abner. Get to the singing.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. And let's see now. After Ezra sat down, they taken up the collection. Yeah. Then Brother Riggins got up and announced a big surprise.
Surprise?
Yep. A piano solo by Sister Simpson.
Piano solo? Oh, my goodness alive.
So, Sister Simpson gets up, bows to everybody. Then she bows to Brother Riggins. He bowed right back at her.
This I'm here to hear.
Then she bowed to the choir and once more to the congregation. I believe she even bowed to the piano then. Then she gave the piano stool a couple more spins. Sat down like she's going to hatch out a dozen eggs.
I'm sure do it 1,000 or 100 times.
Yeah. And she taken the music and put it up on the piano. Then she turned it right side up. And she spun that stool up and back down another time or two. And finally she set herself down. Tried out the pedals on the piano. And finally she was ready.
Oh, me.
She turned, smiled at Brother Riggins. He nodded. Her, smiled. Then she swung back, raised her hands up in the air, both little fingers pointing towards the sky, and she come down on that piano like she's playing it with a double-bladed chopping axe.
Abner, stop. I don't want to hear no more.
I wish you could have saw that woman's face. She reared back like she'd been struck by lightning. Then she tried it again. Kept on hitting it harder, harder. I thought she was going to flog that thing to death. The funniest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Funny?
Well, nobody actually laughed, I'll admit that. Everybody just sat there with their eyes bugging out. Finally, Sister Simpson got up, kicked that piano stool halfway across the room, throwed her head in the air, and stomped out there mattering an old wet satin hand.
Well, what happened then? Did they try to figure out who'd ruined the piano? Did my name come up?
I don't know, Lum. There was so much confusion around there. I don't know what did happen. I was down behind the bench there giggling. That's what I was doing. I never seen what all went on after that.
I know somebody must have thought about me. They're bound to, because I've been going around town trying to borrow a piano to practice tuning.
Yeah, well, I never heard nobody say nothing about you. I don't think. Wait. There comes Grandpappy Spears. Ask him. He was there along.
Well, now, don't say nothing to him about this, Abner. Nobody starts fishing for you. They ain't already. Don't even mention it.
Oh. Howdy, Grandpap. Come on in.
Yeah, howdy. Hey, you ought to been over to church yesterday, Lum. Had a big ruckus over there. Did you hear about it?
Why, yeah, I believe Abner did mention it. How are things over at your place, Grandpap? How's your potato crop?
Yes, sir, that was the pigeon-toedest thing I ever seen in my life. Oh, Sister Simpson stands up there bound to everybody, and then she sits down at the piano.
Grandpapa.
Pigeon-toedest thing I ever seen. I think they'll catch him, though.
Catch him?
Catch who?
Why, whoever played that trick on Sister Simpson. Oh, is she mad? She's demanded that they get the law out and run this feller down.
The law?
Yeah, fact is, they've got Uncle Henry Lunsford working on the case right now.
Got the town marshal on it?
Oh, yeah, everybody's riled up about this, the whole town. Talking about getting up a posse.
Oh, my goodness alive. Oh, me.
I think they'll catch the varmint, though. Uncle Henry says he's got some clues to work on.
Some clues? Oh, reckon what he means by that.
Yeah, what'd he say, Grandpa?
Well, he claims that a few nights ago he thought he heard some noise over at the church, so he snuck over there and seen a light inside. Figured it was a lantern.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. He did.
What else did he see?
Well, by the time he got the door unlocked and got inside, the feller had made his getaway.
Good. Yeah.
Said he noticed the lid of the piano was off, but he never thought much about it at the time. Put it back on without even looking inside the pigeon-toed thing.
Oh, that's right. We did leave it.
Has Uncle Henry got any ideas who it might have been?
No, he never said. You got any ideas who it was, Lum?
Me? Oh, why should I know?
They They ain't got a reward out for him, have they, Grandpap?
Abner, hush up.
Well, I just wondered if they were...
I know what you're wondering, too. Seems to me that all the years me and you've been friends... Wait a minute, that might be our ring. Yeah, it is. You better answer it, Abner.
Yeah, sure, I'll get it. Yeah. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. Abner Peabody doing the talking. Huh? Oh, well, how are you, Uncle Henry? I never knowed who it was there at first. Never knowed your voice. Oh, just only tall me, I reckon. How'd you sell?
No, don't.
Well,
Don't.
Yeah. Yeah, just a minute.
Don't tell him I'm here, Abner. Don't give me that receiver. Tell him I ain't here. Tell him anything.
Well, he wants to talk to you, Lum.
Now, you talk to him. I'm in Africa. Go on.
Hello, Uncle Henry. Yeah, Lum ain't here, I don't think. Oh, he went to Africa or someplace. Yeah, sure, he'd be back directly.
Don't tell him that. He'd get back directly from Africa.
Do what? Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll tell him. Yeah, you bet, Uncle Henry. Goodbye.
Fine friend you are.
Lum, Uncle Henry said to tell you.
Yeah, I know.
As long as you're justice of the peace, you've got to help him catch the low-down varmint that ruined that church pie.
Well, Lum, you should have some pretty good ideas on this case.